Thank you. All right. Come on in, everybody. Pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. This is off-season. Let's talk Dodgers. Postseason. My name's Randy. You know who you are. This is the best, first, and only place that you can watch a video podcast by fans, for fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers, and we're here to do it. And we haven't been here in about a week, so this is October 26, 2015. Actually, we're here, what was it, last Monday? I don't know. We kept putting off shows. We had all kinds of things going on medical emergencies. Everything's fine. Thank you for your concern. Let's get right down to it. The news, the biggest news, Don Mattingly and the Dodgers, as you know, have had a mutual parting of the ways, the club announced last week. Quote, as our end-of-season process began, we discussed the past year, our future goals, necessary changes, roster needs, and other matters relating to the next year's campaign, said Andrew Friedman. As of the dialogue progressed daily, it evolved to a point where we all agreed it might be best for both sides to start fresh. We decided to think about it for a couple of days, and when we spoke again, we felt comfortable that this was the direction to go. I don't know. Does that actually happen? Do you believe that guy? I'm thinking they're fudging it a little. Anyway, he says, I have the utmost respect for Donnie and yada, yada, yada. I want to thank him for his hard work and collaboration. I'm honored and proud to have had the opportunity to manage the Dodgers, said Mattingly. I've enjoyed my experiences in relationship with the organization's staff and players throughout my 8 years in L.A. After meeting with Andrew, Farhan, and Josh, we all felt that fresh start would be good for both organization and me. We talked about several scenarios. Well, you've heard all this. I don't need to talk about all that. So what do you guys think? I don't know. Personal takes here. Well, let's see. We've had some pretty mighty managers in the history of this franchise. I mean, guys like Leo DeRocher, Walter Alston, Tommy Lasorda, Joe Torre, and Don Mattingly did something that none of those guys had ever done. He went to the postseason 3 years in a row. Of course, those other guys did something that he never did. Some of them went to World Series. Torre didn't, but those other guys did. Lasorda and Alston went to a lot of World Series. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure the end of this season was Donnie's fault exactly. I mean, he had guys like Yasmani Grandal who were hurt, playing hurt, all kinds of injuries. I don't know. I want to go into that. Kind of crazy, but we'll talk about some stats. Anyway, after taking over from Joe Torre 5 years ago, Mattingly guided the Dodgers to a .551 winning percentage. That's 446 wins against 363 losses. Pardon me, and 3 National League West titles in his 5 years. I'll give him a tip of the hat for that. And maybe even a standing O. No, I won't even stand up for Donnie Baseball. Rumors have him going to the Marlins and some other places. Best to him. A lot of people didn't think he was the right guy for this team. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't bad. I don't know who else is out there, but I do know that whoever it is is going to have to have special capabilities and talents to be able to commandeer a ship loaded with all kinds of great talent and strange and weird and wild and wacky and professional and non-professional personalities. That's all I know. Anyway, new manager, I don't know, I've heard all kinds of names. Wallach, Renicky, Kapler, Baker, somebody else, thoughts? Give us your thoughts. You can write to us at letstalkdodgers@gmail.com. You can write to us on Facebook, right here on our Facebook page, Let's Talk Dodgers. Our YouTube page, Let's Talk Dodgers 13. Let me know what you think and see what you think about new manager. They're probably going to pick one in the next 30 days or so because they want to get ready for the winter meetings. So I'm guessing that Andrew Friedman has one set up for December when it comes around. Anyway, injury report moves. Yasmani Grandal, who we just mentioned a minute ago, had arthroscopic surgery on Wednesday morning, 10/21, on his left shoulder AC joint and is expected to be ready for spring training, which is good news. By the way, in case you didn't know, he played a little more than half the season with that torn AC, so, bad joint. Also, on Thursday last week, Justin Turner had his arthroscopic surgery on his left knee to clean up loose bodies, as they said. He's also expected to be set for spring training. Yeah, I like that. And here's a few other things you may have missed in the news while all the stuff about the playoffs and World Series and manager being let go. Let's see. On October 14th, relief pitcher Jim Johnson, whom the Dodgers acquired with Alec Wood and Jose Peraza from the Atlanta Braves in July, Johnson was designated for assignment on the 14th of October. Taking his place on the 40-man roster was right-handed pitcher Brooks Brown, and a first-round 34th overall pick by Arizona in the 2006 draft. The 30-year-old Brown has a 3.97 ERA with 41 strikeouts against 75 base runners and 59 major league innings for Colorado in the 14 and 15 seasons. He had a 2.77 ERA in 2014 and a 4.91 ERA this year while dealing with right shoulder inflammation problems. So he is now on the 40-man roster, Brooks Brown. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, the Dodgers' fascination with Tommy John surgery patients continued on Wednesday as they claimed right-hander Lisalverto Bonilla from Texas and placed him on the 60-day DL. Bonilla had elbow reconstruction in April and missed the entire 2015 season. Do you get the idea that our leaders of this team, Zaidi and Friedman, are playing the minimized baseball game that they were doing at their respective other teams for the A's and Tampa Bay, where they pick up cheap guys on the fly and take a flyer on guys? I don't know. You guys are in a major market now. You don't have to do that anymore, but they're doing it, so I don't know. I'm not sure that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I could give that possibly a do you care.
Do you care?
Yeah, I kind of do, because we got more money than the Yankees almost, so we ought to be able to buy whoever we want to. I'm not taking flyers on injured guys. Here's another do you care, and I read this in the news last week. It probably got by you again. Also this past week, veteran right-hander and former Dodger for 1 year, Dan Haren, is hanging it up after 13 big league seasons and 153 career wins.
Do you care?
Well, wait a minute. Heron's 35. He announced his retirement via Twitter on Thursday night after his Cubs were swept out of the NLCS by the Mets. His final record in the majors was 153 and 131, had a 3.75 lifetime ERA and 391 big league games, including 380 starts. His record for the Dodgers in the 1 year he was there, 13 and 11 with a 4.02 ERA in 2014. So again, we ask,
do you care?
Not really. Anyway, it was a good guy to have, but he didn't do anything for us. All right. Everybody ready? Oh, wait, one more thing. Well, this comes under fun stuff. Let's do fun stuff. Whenever I do that, it means fun stuff, baby. I got a couple of fun stuff things here. First of all, on Monday this week, that's today, Jock Peterson and Andre Ethier received some recognition from their peers. Peterson finished 4th in the Sporting News National League Rookie of the Year voting, and Ethier finished 5th in the Sporting News Comeback Player of the Year. Do you care? That's another do you care? Wait a minute.
Do you care?
No, not really, but the awards were won by Cubs outfielder third baseman Chris Bryant and Mets pitcher Matt Harvey, respectively. Voting was done by National League players, of whom 198 submitted ballots. Nice to be nominated, but do I care? Not really, because the real awards don't come out till after the World Series, so yeah, I don't know. It's nice to be nominated, that's all I'll say. All right, more fun stuff. This is pretty cool. Major League Baseball's oldest living player, Mike Sandlock. Are you listening, Emma? Mike Sandlock, the former catcher and infielder who spent parts of 1945 and 1946 seasons with the Brooklyn Dodgers, he celebrated his 100th birthday on October 17th. I like that. With a low-key gathering at a local golf club in Greenwich, Connecticut, Sandlock finally stopped driving at the age of 98, and today he uses a wheelchair to get around a house he shares with one of his sons. But for a better part of a century, a life in baseball allowed Sandlock to circle the globe during memorable chapters in world history. I won't get into all of this. He played for the Hollywood Stars in the Pacific Coast League in the 49, 50, 51, 52 seasons. In addition to meeting the movie stars who attended games at Gilmore Field, Sandlock made an impression on his manager, Fred Haney. When Haney was hired as Pirates manager in 53, he brought along the 37-year-old Sandlock as a backup catcher because the knuckleball pitcher, Johnny Lindell, another Hollywood player going to Pittsburgh, preferred Sandlock behind the plate. Again, do you care? Not really, but it's kind of cool because he was a Dodger and he is 100 years old. So that's kind of neat. All right. Shout-outs. Easiest way to get a shout-out, post something on our Facebook page, write me a note whenever or wherever. Got a shout-out to a gentleman who finally got his wish. Bobby K. Donnie Baseball is no longer the manager of the Dodgers. You got your wish. All right. And speaking of managers, I have some stats of the day. This will entice you. Don Mattingly led the Dodgers to a winning record in each of his 5 seasons as manager of the team, including 90-plus wins in each of the last 3 seasons. We know that, right? But did you also know, since 1980, here comes the stat, since 1980, the only other managers who spent 5 or more seasons with a team and had a winning record in each one of those are Joe Torre with the Yankees, Terry Francona with the Red Sox, and of course, Torre won 4 World Series with the Yankees, and Francona won 2 for Boston. But that's pretty heady stuff. Donnie Baseball is in some rare air there. Last stat, this one's from Kerry Osborne. Here's one to make some Dodger fans feel better about their team, he says. The Dodgers have finished at 500 or above 22 times in their last 27 seasons. Okay, so what, you may ask? Since their last World Championship, of course. Only one MLB team has done it more times. Wow. The New York Yankees are at 23. Now, they may be saying to themselves or to me, that doesn't make it better. We don't play for 500. Yeah, I know. But finishing 500 or better, the Dodgers give themselves a better opportunity to reach the playoffs. We know that. LA's been in the postseason 9 times since 1988, and only 6 teams have done that. The Yankees, the Cardinals, the Braves, Red Sox, A's, and Dodgers have been to the postseason that often in the last 27 years. That's it. We're in rare air. So I don't care what you say. I know we haven't won a world championship in 27 years, but we've been in the playoffs more than anybody but 5 other teams. I think that's pretty cool, don't you? I mean, that's something to feel good about. Hey, at least we ain't the Padres, Bobby P out there. He likes the Padres. All right. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in. Now I think I'll throw that out. What else we got here? Well, of course, we got to do this date in Dodger history, October 26th. This goes way back. This predates me. Predates my last co-host, Lynn. Of course, he may even be back next year. It's just a rumor. It's just a hot stove rumor. Of course, I think I may be trading him for a player to be named later. No, we're not doing it. All right, on this date, October 26th, we're going way back to 1950. Walter O'Malley succeeds Branch Rickey as the president of the Dodgers. O'Malley, who had offered to buy Rickey's share of the club to become majority owner, is forced to pay more money than when the Mahatma, as they used to call him, in a final act of defiance about being told to leave the organization, offers his shares of the team to a friend for $1 million. Yeah, right. I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you, too. The deal, a deal the new president believes but can't prove to be as, quote, fraudulent as a $4 bill. That's what O'Malley thought of Branch Rickey. That's why he was out. Anyway, on this date in 1950, Walter O'Malley takes over as the new president of the Dodgers. All right. We do this in the off-season. I kind of like to do it. You may like to do it. How about it? Do you need a home run? I need a home run. We just said his name a couple minutes ago. How about one of the first home runs of this past season by Mr. Jock Peterson, our candidate for Rookie of the Year? Here it is. And you know who it's called.
Peterson has walked 15 times.
What's that?
Lifts a breaking ball to right center field, and he will get the lead. He's in and out.
Wow. Young Jock.
Jock Peterson's 3rd home run. He hit a breaking ball. It's a question when we look at it again, how far from the ground was that breaking ball?
He golfed that one out.
So Jock runs number 3. That's Brendan League all over him.
He's going to.
And the Dodgers lead 5.
Anyway, that was way back on April the 27th, Jock Peterson's 3rd home run of the season. We'll be playing more Dodger home run calls during the off-season, so if you care to hang with us, please do. See, somebody's calling right now that wants to hear one. Who is that? Okay. We'll talk to him later. Anyway, we'll shout out to David C. I think that's him calling. But anyway, that is going to do it for us. I think we're going to be coming back. I hope maybe, well, I said after each series. So what do you think about the Mets representing the National League in the World Series against the Royals? I don't know.
Do you care?
Yeah, I wish it would have been us. Anyway, this is Randy. I will see you next time right here on Let's Talk Dodgers, probably after the World Series. So we'll see you in about a week or so. What do you like? I'll take the Mets. I'm a National League guy. All right. Talk to you later, everybody. Tell all your friends, Let's Talk Dodgers in the postseason and in the offseason, at least once a week. Bye, everybody. Go NL.